UFC 269 press conference from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this Saturday, the action shifts over to the T-Mobile Arena for the final UFC pay-per-view of the year. Bantamweight, a rising star with the personality and skill of an all-time great, holding the highest striking rate in UFC history, and ready to make UFC 269 the Sugar Show. This is Charles Oliveira. And he faces a dynamic, underrated force from Brazil, riding a 3-fight win streak, including a fight of the night performance his last time out. Here is a 26-year-old jiu-jitsu black belt, Raulin Paiva. We move on to the flyweight division. A former bantamweight champion, moving down a weight class to 125 pounds, and ready to begin a new quest for UFC gold. Owner of 12 wins, 10 by way of knockout. Introducing Cody Garbrandt. Welcoming him to the 125-pound class will be a staple of the flyweight ranks, a New Zealand spark plug, looking to build off his jaw-dropping finish of Rogerio Bontorin in March. Here is Cody Garbrandt. Next is a matchup of ranked welterweight power punchers. Up first, the best mixed martial artist to ever enter the UFC from Argentina, and winner of 8 of his last 9 bouts. Please welcome Santiago Ponzinibbio! His opponent, an alum of Dana White's Contender Series, who rattled the 170-pound ranks when he burst onto the UFC scene back in 2018 by producing some of the most memorable finishes in recent memory. Here is Geoff Neal! And then it's time for the World Championship fights. In the co-headliner, the Venezuelan vixen has the belief and ability to shock the world. A former Ultimate Fighter winner, owner of the 3rd most wins in Bantamweight history. Coming to the stage, this is Juliana Pena. And now the champion, the greatest female combat sports athlete of all time, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world today, and a list of records that runs a mile long. Most wins, most finishes, most knockouts in bantamweight history. Winner of 12 straight fights, it's the GOAT, 2-weight world champion, Amanda Nunes. And moving on to the main event of the evening for the UFC Lightweight crowd. First, the challenger, a Bayou-based superstar with consecutive wins over megastar Conor McGregor, and ready to have the one thing missing from his stellar MMA resume, an undisputed UFC championship. Please welcome Dustin. And now, the champion, Brazil's best, the newly minted UFC 155-pound title holder on the run for the ages. 17 UFC finishes, the most in the company's history. 14 submissions, another UFC record, 9 straight wins. This is the unstoppable
up, everybody? Thanks for coming out today. We appreciate it. John Morgan, where you at?
Start with Charles, please.
Yeah, call it.
Charles, obviously, 11 years in the UFC to get to this point. And there you are with the belt in front of you, sitting next to the women's GOAT. I just got to ask, what's the emotion for you as you sit there right now for the first time in that seat of honor?
Charles, depois de 11 anos no UFC, depois da tua trajetória, você foi campeão e você está aqui na frente desse cinturão do lado da melhor do mundo. Como é que você se sente hoje com isso?
É uma longa trajetória, né? Minha honra. Ficar aqui, não estou aqui para isso. Eu quero estar do lado dos melhores, eu quero ser os melhores. Eu espero que fique para isso.
It's a great honor to be here next to the GOAT. It's been a long path, and my path has led to this. I'm here for this. I deserve this, and that's why I'm here.
Charles, Dustin actually said earlier this week that he was happy for you when you won the belt because he's seen your journey, knows what you've been through, and he was happy for you. So I'm curious, do you consider yourself a fan of Dustin? Have you enjoyed watching him and his journey?
O Dustin falou essa semana que ele ficou muito feliz com a tua vitória, pela tua trajetória e por tudo que isso representa. Você se considera um fã do Dustin também pela trajetória dele?
Com certeza, é uma história gigantesca, um grande campeão, merece muito estar aqui e com certeza amanhã já está no grande jogo.
By all means, he's got a great path here. It's a wonderful career. It's going to be a pleasure to fight him, and we're going to go through.
And Charles, we know how special the moment was to win the belt, so just asking, what would this win for you mean? Your first title defense, what would this represent for you in your career?
Depois de tudo que passou, o que significa para você defender esse título? O que significa uma vitória com o sábado?
Isso é um legado. Eu nasci para isso, nasci para estar aqui. Vocês sabem da minha história. Os médicos falaram que eu não podia jogar uma bola. Eu sou campeão mundial do peso leve. É uma história gigantesca.
And now,
You know my story. I had doctors when I was 10 years old telling me I couldn't even play ball. I was born to be here. My path has led to this. You're gonna see this. I was made for this.
woo! It doesn't change
This
shit.
Dustin, obviously for you. You had this little opportunity in 2019, right? And obviously didn't go your way, disappointing night. But I'm just curious, what's the biggest difference this time around? I mean, is it something within you? Obviously, you're not flying halfway around the world. I mean, what's the biggest difference this time?
I'm glad you count.
If I didn't advance in the last few years since that title fight, I wasted a few years. I think I'm a better fighter, more well-rounded. It's just a little bit better mentally. In that fight with me, when I got up, exposed my neck, maybe losing the round and taking that a little bit slower instead of losing the fight would have been a smarter decision. Just be smarter in my movements. I got a lot of experience, and that was another huge learning moment for me to put these fights together. There's so much going on at all times in there, and small mistakes, small slip-ups like that can be detrimental.
And Dustin, you had that amazing quote the other day where you said this fight is like 25 minutes for eternity, right? I mean, but I'm just curious, does that mean that like you look at this result as a way to measure your entire body of work? Like, can you not be happy with everything you've done if you don't walk away with this win?
Look at your body.
From the moment I laced up a pair of boxing gloves, the moment I put on a pair of mixed martial arts gloves, never has been that way. I've learned so much about myself in the process, and things that these lessons I've learned I'm very grateful for. But being the world champion is forever. 25 till eternity. That's what's going through my head. And it means a lot to me. I can't put into words truly what it means to me and my family.
Dana, lastly, I just want to ask you, right, what your thoughts are on this main event. It seems like kind of special, especially on the hardcores, right? Two guys that have been in the UFC for 10 years each that seem to be at the peak of their careers at the same time. What do you think about this fight?
I mean, some people's journeys are different than others. Some guys come in and burst onto the scene. These two have you know, been grinding and working hard for a very long time. You know, I know he got criticized for some of the decisions he made last year. I think every decision he made was brilliant. He played exactly the way he should have. And here he is today. This kid has been working his ass off for a long time. It's like the two blue-collar guys are here. They're going to fight it out on Saturday night at 11.
There's a question for Amanda. Amanda, at this point, the story of each fight you have is about what does this challenger have that you haven't seen before? When you look at Juliana, does she have anything that you have not experienced in that octagon?
Honestly, what Juliana has just nuts to lose. You know? So I just have to be shocked because I see her style many times in my whole career. Her best friend, Misha Tate, is like if you watch Misha Tate fight, it's the same fighter right there. So I see
Juliana, for you, I'm curious, what do you think of Amanda's assessment?
I mean, she has to say what she has to say, and that's fine. That's part of the game, you know what I mean? We've been talking about this fight for a very long time. At UFC 200, when she beat Misha, she said that she would fight me, and she didn't. She let me cut the line. I actually won, and I beat the girl that bragged you, as a matter of fact. I beat the girl that beat her, right? And you said the lies that you would fight me, and you absolutely did not fight me. You let me cut the line. She got knocked down. Everybody that you picked has already lost and been defeated. You never won. But I mean, you can say whatever you gotta say, but the reality is that UFC 200, you said you would fight me in the press conference, and you still have not. This has been something that's been brewing since UFC 200. That was what, 5 years ago? You guys act like I'm just making this up or I'm trying to trash talk. This is actually facts that have happened in my career. This is things that have actually happened. I'm not making this up. You said you would fight me at UFC 200.
Sarah McLean almost beat you. I beat Sarah McLean years ago.
Big deal, so we both won and we both beat the same opponent.
Who?
We both beat Sarah McLean.
Oh, Jeremy beat you.
Okay, I beat Shane Baszler before you beat Shane Baszler. If you think about what you're trying to say,
girl, you before you fucked the two. I'm upset. Alright?
Go Vixen!
You're trying to take my win away from Sarah McLean. I beat people that you beat too.
Let me jump in the middle of this. Who's got the next question?
Go
This shit will
Vixen!
go on all night, I promise you.
Questions from back there on stage. You're obviously welcoming one of the better bantamweights in the last few years to the new division. But just from the outside looking in, it seems like Cody's speed is what really gave him the advantage at bantamweight. So, are you expecting that same speed now that he is cutting 10 pounds further down to flyweight?
Yeah, I guess we'll find that out on Saturday night. You know, I want the best Cody. I don't want any excuses. This is my title fight eliminated. This is the road to the title for the flyweight division, and I want the biggest name. So when Cody came across the table, you know, I jumped at the opportunity. So I want to test myself on the best, and I can't wait to get there.
Similar question for Cody. At this point, you've already obviously been asked about the cut so much, but this close to the fight, I would imagine every day you're feeling the cut more and more. Even a media day, you said flyweight hits harder. So right now on that stage, how is the weight cut going?
You know, I feel great. I have one of the best, doctors and nutritionists. Me and Dr. Mateo, Captain Nutrition, we've been working for 8 months. This hasn't been overnight, 8-week camp to get down to flyweight. This has been a year in the making. I had a flyweight title shot over a year ago. You know, I got COVID, things happened, and I'm losing to Rob Font. It goes on. So Paracar France came up. It was a great fight. This dude begged me to fight. He put himself in this situation. I worked for this opportunity. There's a different mindset. He has an average mindset, I have an elite mindset. And that's what's the difference in this fight. I guess we'll find out come Saturday night. Bring that energy. And that's the best thing about this sport. We can talk all we want. Come Saturday night, you're going to find out.
I know you focus on Kai, but there is a man further down that table that you have a lot of
Listen, this dude, he comes out here, he does the thing, he walks his walk, like he's dressed.
best he does the hair. But he's got different problems, no love problems. He's got Juliana to my right. Juliana is bad intestine here, way farther than he's ever been.
Cody help for the table. You talk a lot on Twitter, but now that he's further down the table, do you have anything else to say?
You don't want to talk.
He's won one fight since 2017.
And you haven't fought anybody. Who the fuck you fought? But listen, I can't be mad at this kid. I can't be mad at this kid. He understands when he jumps up in competition, his hype goes away, his money goes away, his little sponsors go away.
I'll get his ass for that fight.
Straight up.
Why'd you go down 25? I thought
I'll win tomorrow at 25, we'll fight you at 35 and still kick your ass.
that's how stupid you are. Why would you
Easy. But I'm not worried about you. I'm focused on kind of you should be. Hey, adult speak. Can I speak? You got holy.
You sound a little worried. A little worried?
About what? A fucking clown sitting to my left? Bro, I'll meet you at a little bit. I'll meet you at clock.
Let's talk 6'9" dick, pussy.
For the future.
Please, let's do it.
Hats off to everybody. Everybody gets better. Who has the next question?
Question for Geoff. Taking on Santiago Ponzinibbio, of course, great opponents. Where do you think he ranks among the guys you've fought?
The best. Yeah. Come on. Let's get real.
And do you feel he's the same since he came back from his injuries? You know, we've seen him fight twice now, but do you think he's the same guy?
I think he's the same guy. He's the same guy. I'm not saying like the whole layoff diminishes his skills. He's still good.
And for Ponzinibbio, where would you rank Geoff among the opponents you fought before?
They are tough. Everyone there in this top 15, the best fighters in the world, the best competition division in the world, man. Everyone are tough, man, but I don't care, you know. My goal is the best. I'm more than ready. I won 8 on my last night. After this victory, this Saturday I put 9 victories on 10 fights. 2 times I'm not come out on number 8 in the world, man. I'm more than ready for this belt. I am more hungry than ever. After I am sick, after the opponents I need to pass, I'm fighting for my life. And any human can stop me right now.
Just one for Amanda. Do you believe that this fight with Juliana is as simple as stopping her wrestling, or do you think you have to worry about everything?
Honestly, like I'm ready for everything. She can get up Saturday. Honestly, I'm the kind of fighter. I don't play with my opponent. I'm always focused, and I know I have 25 minutes, you know, to finish her. I just have to take my time and pick the shots at the right times and finish the fight. No matter what if you show up Saturday, I'm gonna have the answers and I will finish her.
Question for Cody Noah. As the former champion of the Bantamweight division, what does it make you feel when you hear Sugar Sean O'Malley call himself the unranked champion of the Bantamweight division?
This guy's a joke, but like I said, I'm not facing him, and he's got hold on, so it's a should be focusing on him. But hey, you know what? He got the hype, he's got the peanuts behind him, so he's got to go out there and prove him. So he's unproven. At the end of the night, he's still unproven. He still has a lot to prove.
Sugar Sean, as the unranked champion, making your first appearance for a press conference here, having the pop that you have, do you feel an extra expectation to get the result that you've been saying? A knockout, taking his lights out Saturday evening at T-Mobile.
That's the plan every single time I go into a fight, whether it's on the main card or on the it's always going to be on the main card. I'm always going to go for the knockout.
Juliana, what do you make of that when he says he's going to knock you out on stage? You fought his teammate Kyler in the last fight. What do you make of his talk?
Olha, o que você acha do que ele falou, que ele vai bater em você logo de cara e você ganhou do cara que treina com ele?
Cara, a única coisa que eu vou falar aqui pra vocês, vou colocar esse palhaço no lugar dele sábado. Vou colocar esse palhaço no lugar dele. Qual é o lugar dele? Não é no auditório, no circo. Então sábado eu vou colocar ele no lugar dele, valeu?
I'm going to say I'm going to put this clown where he belongs. And where does the clown belong? He doesn't belong in the octagon. He belongs in the circus, and that's what I'm going to do on Saturday.
Hey, let's go, man. Let's go.
Final question for Dana White. Obviously, you got the best broadcast team in the world, but yesterday, Dominic Cruz called out DC's commentating, him being prepared. Do you have any comments about that?
Listen, everybody has their opinions, and you know, I guess DC better do his homework, man. Better come out and make Cruz happy.
You know you're a piece of shit, right?
Question for Dustin to your right.
What are you gonna do about it?
How much is it to go
Bring
into
it!
this
You
fight?
got something to say, sir. Say it,
No background
say
noise, no animosity, into this press conference, and no, I feel worried about Garbrandt sparring with anyone else.
You know, I didn't really worry about it the last time.
I love that everybody agrees with me.
All that's noise, man. I'm too experienced for that stuff. When I was younger, I used to really pay attention to what people were saying and watch a lot of interviews and videos and footage, and I know who I am, man. Nobody can tell me who I am. I'm up here, put myself in this position, and I honor this position. Nothing anybody can say that goes on from here to that bell ring can change anything that's going to happen.
Question for Dana. Obviously, we're going to have a big fight on this card in the shape of Leon Edwards against Jorge Masvidal. You recently said that you're working on something for Leon. Can you provide any update on that? Is there any movement?
No, not yet. But yeah, I mean, we're working on fights all the way up to mid-April now, so we'll get it figured out here soon. Arms out too.
And final one from me. Speaking of Brits, a lot of Brits have fights in the work for March 19th, I believe. Are you guys going back to London?
It's going to depend on how all this stuff plays out. As long as these COVID restrictions, can stay normal, we can start traveling internationally again, other than Abu Dhabi. You know what I mean? So we'll see how this all plays out over the next couple of months. We're talking new strains and all this kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Question for Santiago. As it was said when you entered the stage, the best Argentine fighter to ever enter the UFC. Can you describe the following you have in Argentina and how big this event is back home for you?
For sure, man. It's growing a lot. This sport was growing in the world and also in Argentina too. Argentina, South America. Sport is growing. They watch me the reference for them. I'm so happy to represent my blood, represent my people. I come and working so hard for so many years. I lived 15 years ago to my house to Brazil. Going behind my dream, with nothing in my pocket, a big dream, I'm here watching for my dreams, and listen, I'm close to there, I put 7 victories in a row, I'm sick, but I'm not, I'm back hungry than ever, man, and I'm gonna beat this guy. This Saturday, I'm gonna put 9 victories on my last 10 fights, and I'm gonna go to the bed.
And a question for Geoff. When we spoke yesterday, you said that Santiago's jab is his most dangerous weapon. If we focus on you, what would you say is your biggest weapon or best advantage?
I'm just gonna knock him out. I got all the tools to do it, so I can hit him with a jab, I can hit him with a cross, a head kick, a leg kick. I'm gonna finish the fight.
It sounds like you don't necessarily value his striking on the same level as yours.
No, for sure I value the striking, I just think mine's better.
All right, good.
We'll see Saturday, man. I'm better than ever, man. I'm ready to smash this guy and go to the bell, man. I have 8 victories in my last 9 fights, 2 times fight with the number 8 in the world, and the 3 times I put 2 sleep. I do a lot of work in this division, 17 fights in this company, 14 victories, man. Brother, I am back to the belt, Good answer.
Question for Sean. In the embedded, you sort of expressed some ideas that Raulin Paiva wouldn't necessarily talk trash to you. Now he kind of did. Does that surprise you?
No, I didn't think he wouldn't talk trash. I just said I know he doesn't speak English, so I didn't know how that would play out. But yeah, no, he's gonna not talk trash. He thinks he's gonna knock me out in the second round. I don't know if that's talking trash. That's just what he thinks.
And as mentioned, he defeated California, your teammate. Does that add a little extra fire for you to get some sort of revenge?
Not really. You know, honestly, you go look at that fight. Tyler beat that dude.
Question for Dustin. I'm sure you visualized getting to the title many times when you were younger in your career. How would you say that reality has matched the expectations you had when you were a young fighter?
You know, I knew it was going to be a journey of hard work. As a young fighter thinking about fighting, I never thought I'd have the setbacks and the adversity I've had throughout my career. Of course, you think it's going to be smooth sailing like a movie till you raise a belt up, but I'm thankful for all of it, and I still am waiting to find out what that moment feels like when I wrap that undisputed title around my waist, and I'll be able to look back and tell you.
Amanda, it's easy for a fighter who's so dominant for so long to get a little complacent or perhaps bored at the top. But would you say that now that you have a daughter, that you have an extra fire to sort of get you to push even further?
Honestly, like, I'm happy than I used to be. So she brought everything to my life. You know, my love, happiness, like, that little girl is everything for me. I feel like everybody have a daughter know what I'm talking about. Even Juliana know what I'm talking about. Some others as well. So that little girl is everything to me. In my motivations, like going to the roof, you know. I want all my memories with her and fight week, my training, the gym, here right now, with all of you guys. So I want to show her when she be able to understand. I want to show her every single picture. You know, you was there with my money every single day and everything I did. So she's here tonight. It's a huge motivation and bringing me like a lot of fire for this fight for sure.
I think most people consider Khabib to be the greatest lightweight in the UFC. But what would it take for either Charles or Dustin to surpass him, in your opinion?
Just me? Sorry.
What would it take for either Dustin or Charles to surpass Khabib as the greatest lightweight in the UFC's history?
Yeah, listen, you know, these guys have had a long, hard road. They got to keep grinding. It's almost like Usman, you know, when Usman came in here, look how hard he's worked, look at what he's accomplished, look at the guys he's beat, the records he's broken. That's the path.
All right, and final one for me. We talked about London, we talked about Kamsa. Sweden has usually been a stop for the UFC before the pandemic. Are there plans to return to Sweden, and if so, when?
Yeah, like I just told him, you know, it's going to depend on how all this plays out with COVID restrictions. I'm obviously going to go to places that are easy to do business and easy to put on events, that are going to treat the fighters right, that are going to treat the fans right. Those are the places that I'm going to go to.
Comes up to the main event?
Huh?
Comes up the main event, UFC Sweden, if all things go as planned?
I hope so. I hope so. Sweden's always been a great spot for us, man. It's a fun place to have an event. Always sell out. We go till 3, 4 in the morning. Get McDonald's at 5 in the morning. It's fun. It's a good place.
We look forward to having you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, brother. Go ahead.
For Juliana, I know how confident you are you're going to win this fight. Is it your expectation, if you do, that you would have to give Amanda an immediate rematch? And more on top of that, would you ever consider going up to 145 and trying to get that belt too?
Yes, an immediate rematch, and when I win that fight, I will be 11-2 in the division, which is a better bantamweight record in the history of the bantamweight division. As far as going up to 145, I don't know, I'm pretty comfortable in knowing that 135 is my proper weight class. So I'm going to cross that bridge when I get there.
You know that's not gonna happen, right?
No, it's not going to happen.
You're gonna be a champion.
One of us is going to be dead wrong. We will see. Okay.
Put it down in your head right now. When you sleep,
put it down in your head because you were already supposed to find
that is my time.
We'll see.
That's it.
We'll see.
They agreed with each other.
Right?
And just one for you, Dustin. I know how important your charity is to you and everything, and you have a big goal for this fight. Obviously, big platform here. You want to just tell the people what your charity goals with the Good Fight Foundation are for this fight?
Yeah, for this fight, I'm going to be auctioning off everything I would to the Octagon, and we're raising money to provide 300,000 meals for Louisiana through Second Harvest Food Bank. back before my foundation was an actual foundation, just when I was auctioning things off or selling on eBay and giving money to local charities before I had my own charity, I did work with them and we raised 2,000 meals. And this is like circling back, you know, and I'm just thankful for the position for sure.
This is for Santiago Ponzinibbio. You came from a great war with Miguel Baeza, a difficult fighter, undefeated, and with the Geoff Neal skills. And he's saying like this knock you out. How you see playing now this fight?
Listen, man. I fight with a lot of tough kids. You know, I fight with Leonardo Santos with one arm broken. All my fight, I won this fight. I broke my right in 10 parts. You know, I beat up Sham Strickland when he's under 50 no. Miguel Baez, 2000 number 8 in the world, man. This kid not gonna stop me. You know, he's tough fighter, but I don't care about him. I'm gonna smash him. I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna prove I'm one of the best of the world. I'm gonna take somebody in top fight. I'm gonna go to the bed. I'm gonna knock him out, Kamaru's man.
You left Argentina with a dream. You have to live in a tent in a beach in Brazil. You get to the Ultimate Fighter. How you see after all these years the growth in the UFC and the growth in Latin America? Because you are one of the biggest ambassadors of Latin American MMA.
Listen, I need to do a lot of crazy shit for I don't have money, I don't have contact, I don't have nothing. I just only have a big dream. I go to Brazil just with I can do with nothing and I start my way. You know, I have 15 years working so hard. You know, I did a lot of work, and for this, I'm gonna say nobody can stop me. You know, my life, my history of the life, give me a lot of power. My skill is better than ever. You know, my mentally, my history, my people, give me a lot of support, man. The best Santiago Ponzinibbio ever, and I'm gonna show this when I knock him out this guy in Saturday night.
You have a whole continent behind you. Good luck, Father.
Thank you.
All right, we got 2 more questions here. Go ahead.
Hey there. One for Amanda and one for Dana. Amanda, it's been a while since you've had an opponent who was so adversarial. How much do you welcome all the fire that Juliana is bringing to this fight?
She doesn't. She didn't show up.
Of course, like, I take longer, I got the COVID, I have to recover, of course. I don't decide, like, why I'm gonna lie, I have COVID. Like, it's not, I did it, I recovered, now I'm here, ready to go, ready to kick Juliana's ass.
Dana, final question for you. This is the first fight between 2 moms for a championship. When you first invited women to fight in UFC, did you ever think this would happen?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at how much the women's, you know, divisions and fighting has blown up, how badass the champions are in the divisions. And today I had a meeting, we were talking about actually women's wrestling, where it was 10 years ago and where it is today. Women's wrestling is exploding too. And I don't know if I ever didn't think that it could be this big. I just never thought, you know, the level of skill and technique that these women have were some of the baddest fights in the UFC. So thank God I made this decision, and you know, yeah, I'm really very happy about it. I don't know if I answered your question, but
you did.
Okay. We have another question. You got one more? Go ahead.
Last one, because you cut me off last time, Dana. This one's for Sean O'Malley. Sean, you're up here just doing face-offs with people that you're not even meant to fight against. You've got the crowd behind you. I'm curious, do you feel that you're living up to the sugar show that you said this pay-per-view was going to be?
Cody grabbed the mic. Yeah, it is cool to be up here. Constantly, you know, squaring off with Cody, whatever. There's just so many fights in the next. What? Cody's one fight away from the commentary booth next to Dominic Cruz.
You never know mouth enough. Trust me. Once you're gonna get carried out on another stretcher, you're gonna just find out why you're gonna be at. Exactly.
I don't even know what your question was.
I feel like you answered it.
There we go.
Guys, thanks for coming out today. We're going to rip this stuff out of here and square them off and photo op. We'll see you on Saturday.
Seconds. I'll give you 8. No. Exactly. Aaron, we love Aaron. Aaron won anyways. You brought up Aaron.
Yeah, Connor must have not lost too, huh? Fucking pussies. Like my bank cashed. Because he won. Let's go, Cody! Get knocked out, Cody! Get
It's a Geoff Neal show!
I don't know, man. I just can't look at Cody and think that he loses this fight.
I know I am.
I am betting.
I doesn't have not the number.
He's already looking at the shot. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like let's go, Pons!
He's drunk!
Damn, that's a good 15 seconds of fame!
Yeah, let's go, Pons! Well, can't even face my dog. got that down for sure. Shit. We ain't looking at no fucking house. You know who the man is in that relationship.
Oh, hey.
Fucking bucket hat. Give me a fucking break. Bitch going fishing in the grocery store. Let's go!